teaching all of you something. Be early versus on time, because if you're on time, you're late. Did anyone ever tell you that, guys? Probably not. Well, Marcus says yes, they did. So what's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs, and today we are going live from the one and only Weldtec Designs in beautiful San Diego, California. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna walk around the shop for, I don't even know, an hour. We're gonna see like who wants to hang out and maybe ask some questions. We did luckily have some people submit some questions. Boy, I need to be like farther away so you guys aren't like in my grill. Here, let's see, let's try that. There we go. Man, it's bright outside. You guys want to go outside? What do you want to see today? So, all right, we have a ton of vehicles here at the shop, as well as I'm gonna get rid of me and we're gonna check out. Oh, wait a second, I got this guy here. Look who's here. What's up, dude? Who are you?
Caden Johnson.
From what?
Bryant Garage.
There it is right there. And what are you doing today, Caden?
Getting ready to race at Verona.
Let's go see. Why don't you show me what you're doing? We'll let people join. Look at that, guys. We got bumpers. If you need a bumper, we might even have it in stock. There is a bunch of them ready to ship out to you. Look at this. This thing is cool. That is a Chinook. And as cool it is as it is stock, it's going to be so much better once we give it some Weldtec love. You know, we'll walk over there, check out the green van. We still haven't named it yet. We need to come up with a cool name. Who's gonna help me with that? Look at this. We got vans everywhere. This is an awesome Chevy. This just got back from Field Vans. They put the pop top in it, and we just put a 5-inch lift in it. And then I have a Sportsmobile, which is awesome. This thing is crazy. This thing is got like 6,000 miles on it and a bullet hole. For real. The owner was telling me how it got shot. What do you think of that? That's craziness, huh? I was driving in Chicago, and I guess somebody shot at it and hit it.
You were not in Chicago.
Not me, the customer.
Oh.
So we're gonna walk.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. We're gonna have to walk back outside because we're losing service as we go in there. So, no bueno. All right, so we got no service over in the go-kart room. So let's start off by answering some questions. Caden, you want to help me answer some questions? All right, so yeah, why don't you read it for me? You can ask me questions, and we can go over it.
My question from
So this is a question from
H.
Valley asks,
Have you had a common AC issue after installing the ball kit? If so, what's the solution?
so air conditioning shouldn't really have anything to do with your lift kit. I don't know why that would. I mean, no, hopefully we don't lose network. We're coming back in here, and look at there. All right, so hopefully we get service in here. All right, so let's go another question. All right, so
Okay.
me and Caden, we're gonna come down here. We're gonna answer questions. All right, what's the next question you got, buddy?
Next question is Battletoad _ ill asks.
All right, so let's just hold on. So let's see here. With Chevy Express vans, does the year matter, and how many miles is too much? So that is a great question. Looks like Kevin is asking. No, because, so I'll tell you what I would buy the most expensive van that you can afford. And the reason being is that, of course, I like 2010 and newer vans because I really like the 6L90 transmission that comes in those. I think that is pretty awesome. This guy can't stop yawning back here. Come on. And so what I think is really nice about that transmission is just all of the parts, but then it's really nice to convert to four-wheel drive if you decide to do that. So that's why I like that newer year. I mean, of course, 2003 is not, it's still not bad, of a year. Oh my gosh, Phil, dropping Slurpees outside. I wish we would have just got all of that on video. So anyways, yeah, cadence and just, so I think that is one thing. Of course, with any of our kits, you can do them on the 2003 and newer Chevy vans. So, definitely I would stick with the newest van you possibly could do in order to do that. Because then when you do that, let's just walk back here. Let's go see. So when we walk to the back, man, there's just stuff everywhere. Then you can install, we got spindles on the shelf, So there's a set of spindles, and those things are awesome. So if you have a 2003 or newer, you're able to put those on it and get 3 inches of lift. Look at this, 4x4 parts if you want to do a torsion bar conversion. I mean, look how just sexy these parts are. This is going to be your cross member for a 4x4 conversion. And we got boxes. How about those? Let's just go all the way to the back here. Set of lower control arms. They're kind of hidden under a box. So, lots of parts. How about this, guys? Our Weldtec Designs 2-inch kit for our Transit. This is a sweet arm if you've never seen it before. What's nice about this arm is it does have the rear Heim pivot. Now, what's even better about that pivot, but you can see as I screw this out, that would actually put this front pivot slightly forward, giving you a little bit more caster in your wheel, and that's definitely going to be a plus. Oh, look, all right, I have a Nissan NV 3500 passenger van. Oh, I don't know. So we do, as far as our products go for the Nissan, let's walk out. I know we do make a front bumper. We have a rear bumper. It's probably, see, it's just a party going on over here. You guys need some radius arms? We have radius arms. Let's see, where can we find the Nissan? Hey Chris, where's the Nissan rear bumper? That's Chris.
Hey, what's up? Nissan rear bumper is next door down in South America.
Oh, we can't go over there. We lose reception. So there's look at that pretty sweet Chevy bumper. So we are making Nissan. Don't watch the welding. You'll go blind. Radius arm brackets. You guys need radius arm brackets? This is Dan. Dan's welding radius arm brackets. So as we head back over here, I know there was another question. Hold on, let me see if I can see it still. Do you make lift kits for the Dodge Ram, like the ProMaster? No, unfortunately, we do not make any Dodge lift kits. Currently, we are only making lift kits for the Ford Econoline, the Ford Transit all-wheel drive. Look at all these killer leaf springs. Ford Transit all-wheel drive, and the Nissan Envy, the Chevy Express, $1 million RV. I can't hold on to see. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to try to get these comments going. Oh, cancel. I'm new to this. So RV bandwagon, you can go on our website. All of our pricing is on our website. So if you want to see, there is quite a few different kits to choose from. So when you're, trying to decide what kit is right for you and your budget, I would tell you just, have fun play on our website. So look at that. Look how nice that thing is right there. Dude, you guys need some rocks? I really have to condition and moisturize my hair. You know, I really want to have that soft melon. So I've never seen this. Look how rad this is. So for the 2008 and newer, we do have a carbon fiber grill. And now that's not a sticker that goes on it. That is carbon fiber. And you can see that also has the behind the grill light mount. We're running our light mount back in there. And then this has one even better. This is going to be our Baja pre-runner bumper with the option of running the Light Force lights behind the skid plate. You can see, there it is. There's that Light Force logo tucked back behind there. Dude, that's just sexy. Let's get a side view of this so you can see just how tight that is. One other thing that this does have on it is it does have that fiberglass fender. Really nice. And then the hood as well. So all kinds of cool stuff on this Ford. Of course, this does have the Baja grocery getter kit. That's also going to have the King shocks on there. And of course, a set of Method wheels. Did something different on this one and wrapped them in Pro Comp tires. Actually wanted to try out a new tire and see how it does. Probably gonna have to go get the key to this one because it's locked. I need to show you. All right, hey Alyssa, can you bring me the keys to the Ford van? Let's see if this actually works. All right, I know there was another question in there. So, which wheel? So 3920 Cruise, which wheel size are you recommending for the NV? I want to keep 17s for more sidewall. So yeah, you can run a 17 by 8.5 inch. And that's kind of what we're doing. I have a Nissan NV right here. You can see how nice this looks. So this does have the 5-inch kit on it. We are running that. So actually, no, I lied. This is an 18. I did go to an 18-inch wheel on there. So that's pretty rad. And that is the Method grid. We're running a 35, 12, 50, 18 tire on there. That's a big tire on this NV. Man, all these are locked. I need some keys. And up on the front, in the front of this, we did do our King coilovers on there with the adjustable IBP shocks. That's really nice. And then a 3-inch lift spindle. Let's see if we can get down in there. Sure is just pretty. Now, another thing we just did on this one is we did our front bumper on it as well. This is our Baja bumper for the Nissan. Look how close that is. It's just like tucked underneath that front tube or the front part of this valance right there. Super tight to the vehicle. Recessed light bar in there. That's going to be a 30-inch light bar just tucked in there. Really clean. Our Light Force lights on the outside of it. And when you come around the side of it, just look how clean that is with the body lines. It's not sticking really far out, and that's going to be a plus. Like, you don't want your bumper to just be enormous. You still want your van to look amazing, and it does with this bumper. Now, we do also offer this bumper in a winch model. So if you want to have a winch on your Nissan NV, we do make that as well. So the next thing we have coming for these Nissans is going to be a leaf spring. Oh, and see, it did work. I have Alyssa bringing me keys.
This is to the NV.
So let's show you this. I want to show you how far this wheel sticks out on that NV. You can see that it sticks out quite a bit.
Want me to hold?
Oh, sure. Alyssa is gonna hold the camera for me. And then look at that. So no problem whatsoever. Look, it's gonna clear that tire. There it is, our door side extension for the Nissan Envy. 35's running big tires on there, no problem. So I know another person asked too, what if I wanted to run like the flare space fenders? So, I mean, we're talking 7 inches at least between the body and the inside of the door jamb. So if you wanted to go to a flare space fender, you would definitely be able to do that on this Nissan Envy. I mean, that is, who doesn't want to do that, right? All right, I'm gonna take this thing back and I wanna go show you something. We'll have to lock that. All right, so we're gonna come back to this Ford van because this is really cool. If you haven't seen this, I know we did a video on it. All right, so we did the Molly panels now in there. So I have the door Molly panels, a back seat Molly panel, a passenger side door Molly panel, and it looks like I've lost my tire. But if you haven't seen this, this is a tire mount. So if you want to, I did not want to have a tire swing on the back of this. I just don't use it that often. So I did these mounts here that bolt to the bottom. I can now put a spare tire in here. You can see it probably rubs just a little bit on here, but the tire is securely mounted inside my vehicle. It's not gonna dry rot. It's gonna be out of sight, out of mind. We're gonna be doing some roadside recovery stuff in the back of this. I'll be sure to keep you updated, but man, loving it, loving it. So let's talk about other little things on this Ford Econoline that we've done. So it's kind of hard to tell, but I want to say we did also do an 1.5 inch wheel spacer on the back of this just to make it, I really like that wide stance. I'm also running an 1.5 inch wheel spacer on the front of it because I wanted to match up with that fender because it does have that flared fender on there. So another thing, super simple. Oh yeah, this also does have those ultra seat conversions and a door hook, you know, because we know that it is always nice and easy. I'm gonna swing it around. There we go. Boom. Oh, let's see. There we go. My door hook, there it is. If you want to see something funny, is when I had this painted, they actually thought it was part of the frame and they taped it all off. And now I have like a permanent door mark hook there. You know, oh well, what are you gonna do? Now I never know where, I always know where it goes. So, I'm getting checked up on. There's Marcus, Taylor, they're checking up on me, making sure I'm doing a good job. Usually they don't let me have the camera. Normally I just get to talk about my craziness behind it. All right, Keenan, looking to buy a Ford Econoline but can't decide between an extended or the regular. Do you have any opinions? It will be for my daily driver and surfmobile. So I have owned both, and I'll get to your question too, just a second, M65, I just see that. So I've owned both a long and a short version van. So typically I would tell you that the majority of time, most men want more versus less. This is the first short van I've ever owned, and I do really like it. However, usually this is just like around town doing stuff. I'm not really, you know, it does have enough room to put surfboards in it. You know, if you don't need that extra overhang, then stay with the short version. I'm really enjoying this. It has enough room for what I want to do. Now, with that being said, I'm going to totally contradict myself because in a Chevy van, I love having the longer van because of the seating and because of that, because of what I'm doing on the inside. So it really just comes down to preference. I'm sorry, I don't really have a good answer. Luckily in the Ford, both of them are going to have the same wheelbase and just going to be a different, you know, the overhang in the back portion of your van is longer. If you're not doing any crazy off-roading, then I would say go with the bigger one, only because you're gonna have that extra space for storage and gear, and you know, as we decide to accumulate even more stuff. So, all right, so let's see here. Next one was, so Chevy Express, I have your 3-inch spindle. Talk about a coil spring replacement. 1 3/4 inch taller than the stock compared to 2-inch coil spacer, and how tight are the 285 7017? So what I think you're asking is you're wondering, do I do a coil spring replacement or a spacer? The reason we do the coil spring spacer, the aluminum leveling spacer, is just because of the cost versus doing a bigger coil. We have made bigger coils in the past, and at the cost of the coil spring, it wasn't necessarily, I don't think it was that much better to justify the expense. Now, when you get into like a coilover, of course, there's going to be a bigger difference. So, all right, guys, what do you think of this beast right there? This thing is insane looking. I love the black and gray and white. We are still gonna put some black hubcaps on the front of it, but this is a 30-foot RV. It's a monster made by Sunseeker, and we did our 6-inch off-grid lift kit for it. Not only did we do our lift kit for it, but we also did our blackout package, which is going to include a black grill. And on this one, we actually did a full winch bumper on there as well, and added a nice Smitty built winch on there. That is a 12K winch. That thing is pretty sweet. I mean, look at that. That was just a beast. Let's see, what can we, nope, we can't do that. So beast mode right there. This thing is awesome looking. There will definitely be a video coming, a review video showing that off. We haven't talked about transits at all. So there it is. What do you guys think? This is a 5-inch transit lift kit. This is going to have our new progressive springs in the rear. Really excited about this new product coming out. So a progressive leaf pack in the rear. We are running a 285 7017 method wheel. That looks amazing. And then up front, we did our 5-inch kit. So what the 5-inch kit is going to consist of is our 2-inch coastal cruiser kit and our 3-inch spindle on top of each other, giving us 5 inches. And dude, that thing just looks amazing. That's pretty rad. So digging that. That is our Ford Transit lift kit. And here is a Chevy 4-wheel drive conversion. We're going big. This has our stealth winch bumper. We did a Warren 12S winch, light force lights on the front of it, coil over kit, 4x4 conversion, and then what it's here for is a little roof rack craziness. So we did do a new roof rack on this, like you saw on Velocis. It's got the recessed roof rack, more light force lights all around this thing. I mean, there's just light force lights everywhere. As we run down the side of this, more light force lights, a nice Fiamma 80S awning, and as we come to the back of it, even more light force lights. And then look at how sexy that is. That is the ladder just contouring that body, looking really nice. So there it is. This has the stealth rear tube bumper on there, the box spare tire. We are running 35s on this, and going bigger on the wheel wells. We hope to have some bigger wheel well fender flares soon. Some rock sliders. And how about that? Our Chevy front fiberglass. So that's our fiberglass fenders for the Chevy Express. Looking really nice. our Light Force ditch mount lights for the hood. I mean, this thing has almost as many lights as I think Velocis had on it. Let's see, we got another Ford Econoline here. This one is really nice. This one might be for sale here. This is a 7.3 diesel van. There's Caden back with us. This does have a 5-inch lift kit on it. It's pretty sweet.
And are we going to show the race cars?
I don't know if we're gonna, I think we'll lose service if we go in there again.
Try it again.
We can try it again. We'll head back over there. And then there it is, guys. Uh-oh. There is our rooted van. And I see a camera duct taped to it. So we
have
might,
a
hey,
video.
we can't, yeah, don't.
I'm not telling them.
All right, we can't tell them what we're doing.
Coming up
We do.
soon.
We're going to be making a new video on this. It's going to be a ton of fun. Hope you guys have been enjoying this new Rooted series
I am.
that we're doing. Except Caden was mad that we did burnouts without him, huh? Or donuts. We should have had you here, huh? All right, so we'll make sure we have Caden here on the next time we do that video.
I enjoyed it because I was looking at some of his old videos, and this thing is all black and none of this. Like, it has rock lines. Oh, so this is like,
Yeah,
but it looks way nice.
it did used to look really nice, huh? It did. So let's see if we got some more questions here. I have a turtle top shuttle bus made by Vantana. Will a grocery getter kit work? It should. We've done a lot of like the schoolie buses, Jason. We've done, you know, we do them on motorhomes and things of that nature all the time. So it shouldn't be a problem, you know, doing a kit like that on, you know, your bus or high top. I have an E250. What do you recommend as a locker? All right, good question. All right, so I need to go get so the biggest thing that you're going to need to decide or see if you have, let's see if we can see on one of these vehicles. So if we go to the back of this, you'll see that this does not have, this has this whole mechanism right here. So if you have a Ford van that has this sticking out of the wheel or has this is what is called a full floater. So with this full floater, you are going to have more options for a rear locker. So in something like this, you could do a Detroit locker in the rear, and that's what I have in the back of my OG van. Is I actually put a Dana 60 full floater with disc brakes in the back of this. It just came with a normal Dana 60 semi-float drum brake rear end, and I converted it to that disc brake full floater rear end, and then was able to put a Detroit locker in it. However, if your Ford van does not have that on there, and we'll go see if we can find one that is normal, then you are limited to your lockers, and you have the ability to run an ARB in there, which I really, really like. Now, some people will say, well, I don't like them, and you know, because there is more moving parts that can go wrong, and I do agree with that, but I just really like the ARBs. I am running them. I'm gonna switch you guys around again. Look at the kids just chilling. So we have our black van, and this, we have the ARBs in it, and I like it. I've run them in Velocis, and I really like them. I think that they worked really, really well. So that is going to be your other option. There are other options like an aux locker. I'm just not a huge fan of them. And as we come over to check out this monster killer build, and if you haven't seen this, there is a walkthrough video on our YouTube showing this whole van, but you will see on there that's also going to have that. So this does have the full floater rear end as well. And most likely this Ford does not, because it has the center cap on it, and that center cap typically doesn't fit over that housing. So that's one kind of giveaway as to this does not have a full floater. So if this particular individual wanted to go to a locking differential, we would be limited to doing a Detroit locker. Now, here's the kicker in this. Because these typically have, I want to say, a 31 spline axle in them, and the Detroit lockers are made for a 35 spline, much like the Oxes. If you did want to run one of those lockers, you would have to upgrade the gears, and you would have to, upgrade the axles and run a larger axle in your van along with the locking differential. So, man, that was a mouthful. So I hope I didn't confuse you even more on that, but that is the process when it comes to the Ford. Fortunately, with the Chevys, you do have some more options. This is really nice. This is a brand new Explorer van. This does have the 6.6 gas in it, which is pretty awesome. And we are doing a 4-wheel drive conversion on this. We are doing this with the torsion bar front end and then our progressive springs in the back. See if I can't get back a little farther and just show you how nice that looks. So that's gonna give you like a 5-inch lift kit. And on this, we are running the Method wheels. That's a 17 by 8.5 inch wheel. It is a 0 offset, 4 3/4 back spacing, wrapped in that 285 70/17 BFG tire, looking mighty sexy. What do you guys think of this? I know we don't show this thing off too much. This was the razor to match our van for SEMA. This has been a lot of fun. Definitely want to thank the people that got involved in this. Of course, you know that Light Force did a ton of killer lights on this. We love our Light Force lights everywhere. But some of the other people like Warren, I love this Warren winch on there. I actually haven't got to use it. Hope to get to use it soon. And how about this? Dude, these Maxxis tires have been great. I love these. These are super awesome. And then we did it even better. These are a true beadlock wheel, a Method beadlock. And we had to do the rings in green, of course, to make it look sexy in that growing up garage green. Dude, another one that made so many killer parts is Assault. And what I love about what they're doing is this is one of my favorite things. You guys know I love the Switch Pro panel, and this Switch Pro panel actually mounts on the steering wheel, so everything is right there. I wish they would do something like this for like the Chevy Express. I know it's got an airbag, so it would never work. We even did the dome lights up in there. Let's see if we can turn this thing on, and look how rad this is. So when I turn the dome light on, so I have the dome lights in the car all the way around. And that's what's nice, is it's all just on my steering wheel, my reverse, my grill, my windshield. So as I come up there, I would love it. All kinds of sexiness. PRP seats on there. Seat belts. Savage did our belt kit, as well as we did, this is all a CageWorks cage, and this was the kit. We did it ourselves. And look at that KWT pre-filter right there, particle separator. That thing is nice. And this thing was all wrapped by Fine Line Graphics. And ECP did just such a killer job on doing this. You guys comment, let me know what you guys want to see. I'll be happy to walk around and show you whatever I have in the shop to show you. I'm going to try to go back over here. Kaden wanted me to show you our go-kart craziness. See if we lose it or keep reception. So this is our race shop over here. We got sweet looking go-kart coming. Razors, Dad's go-kart. Car craziness over here. So it's lunchtime here, so we can walk over into the shop. If there's anything you guys want to see getting built, or in the process of. We got lots of radius arms getting built over here. We got Dan, dude. Look, we saw him. Now he's just chilling, dude. Like, he's like, oh, I got my feet up, enjoying my lunch. Hopefully he's watching us. Oh, wait, let's see. He's not. You'd think he'd be watching us, supporting the cause. Dude, we're totally calling him out. Dude, he should be watching us live. He's like, hell no. I got to put up with you all day long. The last thing I want to do is be watching you even more when I got to watch you every day. Man, some people, what are we going to do? So check this out. This is a bumper right here. This is going to be for the Ford tube winch bumper. And keep in mind, guys, we hope to bring these back as a kit, but if you buy it as a kit, I don't know, it might not look that sexy. Look at that. Sometimes you don't even want to powder coat these. You know, you're like, dude, why would you powder coat that? It just looks nice like that. Can't you just clear coat it? Who is welding this one, Dan? Chris is welding that one. Looking nice. Look at that. So that's what it looks like before you get it as we put it together. What's really neat about this bumper is it all does key together. You can see that there's little keyways in the back of the bumper. So it makes it easy to put together if you're thinking about doing it yourself. But that's the beginning stages of it. Gonna have, still needs the tubes and a lot more plating on the outside of it. Some radius arms. So changed up the radius arm a little bit. Doing something different on these radius arms. So we'll have to show you these later on. And let me know what you think, what you like. Let me go find my question sheet. I had more questions for you guys, so that way I don't want to miss out on people that were asking questions. All right, so let's see. Do you have lift kits for the 22 Transit 350 upfitter model? So I believe that upfitter model is that going to be like the RV model. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what that means as far as the upfitter model. But yeah, 2022, I mean, all of our parts should be the same on that as well. Shouldn't be a problem. So what offsets do you usually use on a Chevy 5-inch kit? So, all right, that's from Old Grizz. No, wait, Jason Brown. What offsets do you use on the 5-inch kit? So like I told you guys before when we were over there, and that sun, it's usually a 4 3/4 back spacing and a 0 offset wheel. So hope that helps. So Old Grizz, which transfer case do you use on a 4x4 conversion? It is just a Chevy truck transfer case that you could find in most Chevy trucks, and it is a manual shift transfer case. So let's see. Do you make a 5-inch lift kit for an all-wheel drive? Man, I wish. So let's just put this out there that I would love to make a 5-inch kit for an all-wheel drive Transit. However, I will tell you that the price of a 5-inch all-wheel drive kit would be around $10,000. And I did not stumble. It's craziness. The amount of parts that would take to go into that, including new knuckles and the 4-wheel drive, like the all-wheel drive components, I believe that it's just too expensive, to even consider doing. It would have to be like a all-wheel drive. It'd have to be something similar to like a Portal, and portals are just really expensive to make. So who knows, maybe the cost of making those would come down, but that's going to be the tough part. So that's why we're really limited to doing that 2-inch kit. I know other people are doing like drop down brackets in order to lower the whole diff down, and would that work? There's all kinds of different ways to do it. We're just trying to the big problem on this is that passenger side axle being so short that it becomes really difficult, and the CV does want to bind if you were to put much more angle on it at full droop than what our kit does have. So I hope that helped answer the questions. Will a 5-inch lift kit on my Econoline make my van drive worse? Well, I think they already drive pretty horrible from just being factory. So typically I see quite the opposite, that they do actually drive a lot better. And that is definitely going to be a big plus with the better shocks on it, better springs on it. Like, there is just so many better components. And let's talk about on an older van, a lot of people have a hard time justifying the cost of a lift kit because they say their van maybe costs less than the lift kit. However, then we hear so many people go to get things done on their van, and they're like, well, you need new I-beam pivot bushings, you need new radius arm bushings, and I see the bills on what people paid to have this work done, and our kit includes all of those components. It includes new I-beam pivot bushings, new radius arm pivot bushings. So you kind of are, you're doing preventative maintenance at the same time, which is definitely going to be a plus. Spend money once, it's going to maybe hurt a little bit, but you're going to have a killer looking van as well as all of the parts replaced, and that's going to be a plus. So the next one I have, what is the difference between a 6-inch lift kit and a 5-inch lift kit? Well, that's 1 inch, right? Unfortunately, there wasn't any more than that, so I don't know, like for a Ford, for a Chevy, for a Nissan. Sorry guys, I don't know how, 1 inch, that's the difference. I don't have any more. So, do you lift pre-1996 Chevy vans? Unfortunately, we do not, and we only have one lift kit available for the 96 to 02 van, and that is going to be an aluminum coil spacer. So, I don't have anything else for that van. You can do a add a leaf, you can do our negative overload springs, but you're not going to be able to do anything more than that. All right, so let's see. Which 4x4 conversion is better? Well, I'm assuming we're going to be talking about a Chevrolet because that's the only thing we do four-wheel drive conversions on. Well, better for your pocket or better for your back? And I'm going to say, well, we're going to just say better for your back because we want the best, and that's going to be the coilover kit. The torsion bar kit is going to be much like a truck suspension because those are the components that we're using. We're taking truck components and putting them on a van to be able to give you four-wheel drive, mostly the torsion bar components. So other than the torsion bar part of it, so go drive in a torsion bar truck, and if you like it, you might be totally fine with that kit. Perfect. I mean, not a problem at all. The benefit in the coilover kit is going to be that big thing is that it's going to go from, you can only run a 33-inch tire with the torsion bar. So now you're able to run that 35-inch tire with the coilover kit. You also are going to have box lower arms, billet upper arms, heavy-duty tie rods, all of the heavy-duty pivots. We are eliminating all the bushings, running all the spherical bearings, and then, of course, you're going to have that 2.5 King adjustable adjustable coilover, which is going to be just awesome for articulation, for how it rides. It's also going to give you the ability to adjust compression on the fly you do have 20 stages of compression on your reservoir shock, which is going to be a big plus. So, boy, a ton of information right there. I don't know what else. If you guys, I'm trying to make sure, let's see, do we have any more questions? I'm trying to make sure as far as people watching, if there is anything else. So another people always ask is, why do we not do straight axle conversions, or do we do straight axle conversions on Fords or Chevys? The answer to that is no. I'm not a big fan of the straight axle conversions. I don't like how they ride, and in my opinion, even if you do have a four-wheel drive van, the majority of the time you are spending it on the road. You are driving to your destination, you get to your destination, and then it's going to, you're going to go do some off-roading. So that's where, 90% of the time I'm not just a big fan of having, that done. If you're rock crawling, they definitely have their advantages because it is a stronger front end most of the time because there is less moving parts. So that's going, to be a big plus in it. So that's why a lot of people do have them in rock crawlers. However, you do get into the super rad all-wheel drive trophy trucks and Pro 4. Those are all A-arms and but that's big money. So we don't do any straight axle conversions, and we don't do really anything for the straight axles even, except if you did have a Ford with a four-wheel drive conversion and you have 3-inch blocks in the rear and you wanted to do a full custom progressive springs. We do have the leaf pack for those, so that would be something else that we do have. So when it comes to that, that's a big thing. Let's see, guys, what else? When the Chevy Express vans does doing the leaf springs make a big difference? So, yes, it definitely does make a difference. I love not having the blocks in the back of the Chevy Express vans. It's going to be really nice. That ride changes pretty dramatically. Now, it will impact your towing a little bit, and depending on the tongue weight of your trailer, I may recommend that you're going to go to a weight distribution setup in order to offset the tongue weight of your trailer. So that's just something else that I would recommend doing. Man, we're walking around. We are coming up on an hour, guys. So if there isn't maybe more questions. Oh, there we go. Hey, Jeremy, let's see. Desert Van Life. Hey, Jeremy, can I add a steering stabilizer shock? Oh, I lost you. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to get you back. Let's see. We're cruising in here. Let's see. Can I add a steering stabilizer shock to my E250 van without welding? So Desert Van Life. Yes, you can, as long as it is not a diesel. The diesels do require welding in order to put the steering stabilizers on there. So if you want to run a steering stabilizer on a diesel, you're going to need it. Issues, and on a diesel, you cannot run the factory sway bar with our steering stabilizer. So there you go. All right, so there was, let's see. All right, so Kevin, you said, what's the best year Chevy Express, if it matters at all? And when I'm looking, how many miles is too many miles? Like I said earlier, the most expensive van that you can find, I like 2010 and newer. Look at this guy just patiently waiting. Did you eat lunch? Did you eat lunch? Our lunch is over there. You didn't like it?
No, I didn't even buy it.
Oh, so
I thought it was just going to be turkey and cheese.
so with 2010 and newer, that's going to have the nicer Chevy Express 6.0 gas engine and also just that 6L90 transmission. Too many miles, I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of customers have vans with, 200,000 miles on the Chevy Express. I mean, we went over there and you weren't even here. So that's going to be it. So I saw you did say, hold on, let's go back to that. I have a 7.3 and the cost. So if you have a 7.3 Desert Van Life, you are going to need to weld it. And I wouldn't run it if you don't have our lift kit on it. And I don't know the price offhand. It is on our website. Just go under Ford suspension and go under steering stabilizer. So, all right, so Caden wanted to show us this. Last time we were over here, we lost it. So Caden is from Growing Up Garage. You can go over there and show them. What do you got to say, buddy?
So tomorrow, we're gonna be racing this at Verona.
And what is this?
So this is a junior sprint.
A junior sprint. Pretty awesome. And now, have you ever driven this junior sprint?
No, I've sat in it, but never even.
Never even driven it. Are you sure you can drive it? Aren't you scared to drive it?
We haven't even started it.
I know, we need to get that going. Are you scared to drive a new car?
No, because it's a go-kart with a cage.
You're right. It does look like a go-kart with a cage. Pretty neat looking car. That's awesome. And look at that. There we go. So let's come over here. Look, there's Caden on his car teaching kids how to check tire pressure. Pretty rad. Growing Up Garage. Lots of cool stuff coming over there. Look at that. Right in your face. All right. What else do we got to see, guys? We're going to probably wrap this thing up. We are coming up on an hour. I don't know what else to show you. We've seen RVs. Still waiting for somebody with a Chevy. No plans to do 4x4 conversions on Fords. Nope, not even a little bit. And how tight is a 285 on a Chevy Express with a 5-inch lift kit? So MC65, it is definitely going to be tight, and there is trimming necessary. We will typically, have to trim the front part of that. You can see we've trimmed that away right there. And in the back, we've had to do a little trimming as well. Let's go take a look. There's another Chevy outside that's going to have a 5-inch kit on it. And you can kind of see how much trimming. Well, this one doesn't have the front bumper, but you can see like in the back part of it, definitely did do some trimming. On this one, we didn't trim that fender, the body mount, but that's something that will get done on this one. I don't know if this one, he wants to go to 4-wheel drive now. So, pretty cool. Can't wait to see this Chinook all done and lifted. Tony looks like he's super excited. It's break time and he's sleeping, right? He gotta catch up. So, that was a fun little tour, guys. If you have any other questions about anything and you're watching this at a later date, let's see, please comment down below. I will be happy to answer, more questions about anything that maybe, you saw but didn't get to be a part of this live stream. We're going to try to be doing this a little bit more often. Look at all those method wheels up there. Just looking sexy. We love our methods. Look at all those methods up there. All right, so, and lights. And look at all those Light Force lights. You know what's cool about this display? Hold on, let me just show you this.
Oh, can I hit it?
Yeah, so Caden's gonna show us. So this is a working display, so you can come in, see the light that you want, turn it on. It's pretty rad. Love those HTX lights. Those things are awesome, so bright. And of course, we love our strikers. We have a ton of strikers on our build, on our Polaris RZR and our Chevy Express. Our Switch Pro. We love running all of our Switch Pro stuff on there. Big shout out to those guys giving us awesome product. So, like I was saying, if you have questions, leave them down below. I'll be happy to go back through this video and answer your questions. That's Caden. Caden, what should you do if you're watching this video?
If you're watching this video, make sure to subscribe
To what?
to Weldtec Designs and Growing Up Garage and Jeremy's World 10.
Yeah, Jeremy's World 10. We got a new channel coming at you, Jeremy's World 10, where I get to do all kinds of fun stuff that I want to do. Talking a lot more, going in depth with RVs, do's and don'ts and how-tos that maybe aren't really relevant at Weldtec Designs, but Jeremy's World 10, go over there, smash that subscribe button over on Jeremy's World 10.
Comments.
Oh, did we get another comment? All right, let's see.
Someone said, good luck with your race. Daniel Laddie. Thanks, Daniel Laddie.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Thank you, Daniel. Yep. We're going to have some fun racing this weekend for sure. Huh, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. There you are. So, yeah, like I said, guys, if you have not, if this is your first time hearing about Jeremy's World 10, head over there, smash that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing more podcasts and as well as a lot of how-to stuff, talking about RVs, vans, and who knows what, a lot of information over there that, like I said, may not be necessarily relevant here at Weldtec Designs, but you all want to know it because if you have an RV or a van or kids, maybe it's just kids. You have kids and, you know, we love them and hate them. So anyways, guys, I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs. Thank you so much for tuning into this live video. Thank you for submitting your questions earlier in the week, or thank you even for asking questions during this video. I think that's, look at, he's trying to get up there. That's it. I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs.
And we'll
I'll see you guys in the next
video.
video. Oh, see, we can't even figure out how to turn this thing off. Let's see. Nope, cancel. See, you guys just get to hang out with me while oh, maybe right there. Boom. We're done. We're really done this time, okay?
Bye.
See ya. See ya. There's Caden. See, I have Taylor coming out to help me because, you know, I'm just technically challenged. But anyways, guys, thanks again. I'm Jeremy from maybe Jeremy's World 10, Weldtec Designs, Caden from Growing Up Garage. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next video.